with the differentiation in the sugar molecular, the basic sugar chain, because it's safer for you in comparison to raw milk. When
You,
we cannot be sure that the majority of people who are drinking raw milk have been vaccinated or have had all of their immune for their immune system to be at perfect condition. Raw milk by itself is already amazing, but because we as especially as large corporations and even more so as small corporations can't confirm that the milk will affect everyone the exact same way, are forced to pasteurize in order to prevent other issues.
guys put a lot of work into finding words to suit your arguments when it just tells me that you need to put in a lot of work to justify why milk is good when in reality
I
it's
could
just
go
trash.
on and on because I went into deep dive into coffee, and milk is such a large portion of latte creation. Like,
Well, I instead of milk, like when I bake and stuff like that, like I can't use like a lot of that. So like a lot of the substitutes and stuff like that work great. I
they
don't
do
miss
not
milk.
taste as good.
I really my
You guys know we're live.
are we
No,
really?
We've been since Shen was like 2 minutes deep into the milk food.
Man,
it's not a debate. He's just wrong.
Wow, we're just wrong now, Momo. Let's see
It's
how it
just
is.
wrong. It's also wait, isn't it? All right, this is a complete left turn from the previous conversation, but I heard that milk is dyed white so you don't see like the pus or whatever else comes with the milk after it's it's processing or some shit like that.
you mean
There's
bleach?
like blood.
I don't think you
There's
can dye it white. You bleach.
are you? Yeah, there's something like milk with it, and they like color it white to hide the fact that it's a bunch of other random shit.
Oh my god, John, fix this because he's terrorizing my Food Network. My food porn.
Oh, we can't hear you at all, John.
Yeah, you muted John.
Guys,
Hi, John. Hi,
it
John.
was steady at 5K for like 45 seconds. It was beautiful. It was crisp. Shen was coming in loud and clear about the milk. And now it's dived again. I don't know what's happening.
So do we need to? What do we need to do then?
I don't know, man. We're just gonna
You want-
go for it. You guys, have you set your shit? What do you want? What can I
We're
give
good.
you? You're good?
We're good.
Cool.
Set myself.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
We got. I got the scrolls. We got rope.
They got
How
us
much
another-
rope
yep.
do you have?
I have 150.
I have 50.
I have 50.
At 50.
Wait, where's my rope?
I have 9.
All right.
Good.
So we're going into a crater that we don't know the exact geometrics of, with just
want-
300 feet of rope. A fourth
Well, I have
of the
100.
total
Are you saying that's not
of the
enough?
crater. If you think it's fine,
I'll buy
I can't.
150
I
more.
can't carry
I'll buy
that.
150
I can't
more.
carry that much.
and cry.
Can I switch out my armor?
I'd buy 150 more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
boy. Let's get another 150 feet over.
I just got another 150.
I have 100 feet of rope.
Nick, was this
I
what you
have
were fucking expecting,
200
bud?
A lot of rope.
It's a lot of rope.
I guess. Well, hopefully.
This is
it's
what
not
happens
enough
when
rope
you
to
give
hang ourselves.
players as much rope as they want.
As much rope as we need to hang ourselves by.
All right. With all the rope on an airship stored around your body, several hundred feet's worth of rope wrapped around Igor, his shoulders, his back, his arms, his torso, probably even on his legs and waist. You guys have a shit ton of rope now. Hopefully someone brought a few pittons, because we are boarding an airship and heading to Cantalar.
I have a
do one
Dungeoneers
thing before
pack
we
that
leave?
comes with 10 pittons.
Can I do one quick thing before we leave?
Yeah.
Okay. First, I want to print out a shit ton of flyers. You know the ones.
Not this. Not this.
Just throws them out the airship window as we go over different scenes.
Unfortunately, photocopiers have not been made. You will need to set an order with a printing press. which is what you did
Wait, I
last
thought I brought a
time.
printer in a room because they kicked me out from the old one.
You bought a printer? What?
Yeah, that happened like 2 sessions ago.
When you got on a fucking APC and just drove through the snow? I don't remember that one. I would have noted
No,
that.
because you said that they were getting annoyed. I kept using the like faculty printer to print
Yeah.
Xenoth posters, so I just
Oh,
got
yeah.
my own.
You know, I don't think Igor would know if what they're saying is the truth. Maybe your past and your present are scrambled after all the rats,
Oh,
Igor.
No.
Maybe someone modified your memory and changed the sign of a photocopy room. It says the Igor not allowed in here room. I don't know. But you guys can head on over to the airship station where a ship has been chartered rather than, you know, bought. Because buying an airship's super fucking expensive, and it's a lot easier to just rent it out. The crew has been told that they're going to Cancelar, and they're more than happy to take you guys there, because Cancelar is still relatively safe when you're several hundred feet up in the sky with no easy way to attack you. However, they are not like... They are a civilian ship. They are not a military vessel. They will not be doing some highfalutin stuff because the airship that does that is currently being ordered to hang out with the lore team or else. So, one day, you guys can invest in your own airship, though, and do whatever the fuck you want with it. And I can't wait to see what the raid team does with a vessel.
Just,
To
We
save
didn't ask for any off the souls, did we?
no, we didn't.
All right. Just making sure before we get on.
All right. You guys can head on over to Cancelar. It is a 2-day flight. Day and a half, really, but they're going to stop at Alcazan just to resupply because it's a lot easier to resupply in a place filled with a shit ton of food. And they're also just going to load up on food stuff so that, you know, they can have it. They want to eat well. So on the 22nd, raid team arrives in Cancelar. You will arrive during the day, during the early afternoon, so around 12 to 11 a.m. It is rather warm out. A stark contrast to the winter hellscape you just escaped from. To set the scene a little bit more, hopefully my internet will stabilize while I speak and you all can hear me clearly. The airship station, once glorious and awesome to just hang out in Cancelar, is now a shell of its former self. Only one dock is currently capable of anchoring vessels, and there are only 3 airships that are currently orbiting it. One is an Ugarest airship, which is mirroring that of the Maelstrom airship, and although they are circling the airship station and terminal, where you guys are just kind of trying to stay out of their, you know, gun line, it's kind of scary, to say the least. Many of you have access to the port windows to take a look and see how this ship is coming to anchor, and it is a quick stop. The people, the crew, I should say, are doing a very, very risky maneuver of circling the airship and hooking onto it, then cutting their engines, drifting around it, and then once they finally stop, reeling themselves back around in a reverse maneuver. It is a process that takes roughly 40 minutes to complete. But as it is completed, the crew...
Deja vu plays in the background.
Yeah. Deja vu.
Wait, so we're stopping at at like a port in Cantalar?
Yep, the only airship station, because they can't really land this. Once an airship is floating, it's actually rather hard to land it due to it being constructed to stay within the air damn near permanently. But other than that, it's fine. No big deal. A very risky maneuver, though.
Risque.
You all
Can
may...
we talk?
Yeah, talk. Who do you want to talk with?
I mean, to the captain of the ship.
Sure.
No, I am the captain.
The captain can be found in his quarters, hanging out. Because he leaves all the driving, or the piloting, to his pilots, rather than do anything himself.
Excuse me, sir.
Blah! What's up?
Do you, fly above the crater?
What? Which one? There's like 40 of them.
We,
He laughs.
the big one.
Which one? There's like 13 of them.
We look side to side for help. If anyone
Miros, I think we should just let the
I think we.
stop Igor from.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I think we're going to walk down rather than making a big spectacular entrance because we're meant to be
Oh.
discreet.
okay.
But when we get our own airship, we'll do free falling as our mode of transport in and out of places, or in places.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, another day, unfortunately.
Alright, well, you guys have hired us for like, 2 more weeks, so we're just gonna hang out here.
Okay.
We have an open line of communication with them. We're in the city.
Do you guys have throat mics?
They have access to communication networks. Do you wish to give them a channel that you guys can set yourselves to, or are you just gonna
Hey,
give them
unless they're coming
access
with us.
to? Yeah.
Seems smart to be like, hey, start the boat. If need
So,
be.
is it going to take them 40 minutes to land when we need to get out of here?
No, they can just
Because-
take off. That's like
Okay.
from now on, all they need to do is like sever their anchoring rope and then fuck off.
Cool. We can
Yeah.
go hot out. Cool. But yeah, we should probably stay on radio channel
You gave them a number.
7.
It's fine. Alright, well, have fun, guys. I don't know what you're doing in this hellhole, but, I'm not paid to ask
Oh.
questions.
I can tell you. So
tell
we
me.
go,
No, don't worry.
Sure.
We're just gonna go. We'll see you later. Grab his arm. Grab his arm. Grab his arm.
Alright, you
Xenos
grab-
this way, quick, let's go find him.
oh, Xenoth.
You guys can head on into Cantalar properly.
Do,
Uh,
do, 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 do,
You
do,
will
do.
immediately pass by a way station of workers, I suppose. They are wearing bright white clothing with orange stripes running along their shoulders and arms, kind of like a strange zebra, and are wearing a big old plastered circle on their back, which says WFB. These guys are from the World Food Bank, a Alkazanian sponsored charity, which currently houses or, goes around just needy countries and city-states and counties and just hands out food.
Do we
These
know
guys,
Tul's
though...
relation?
I'm sorry?
Do we know Tul's relation with Alkazan? Are they friendly? Like they're a part of the same alliance?
Tulst was very isolationist to the point where they would not politically engage with anyone. And they were known to do that since they were like the city of hunters where, all the hunters go and hang out and, resupply and do silly shit up in the north. So the hunters are just like a very neutral organization anyway, like the Hunter General Officiary, and then the independent hunters are isolationist more so than anything else, who just want to live their lives and fight cool shit. And then the city mirrors both of these organizations and independent hunters, and trade goes on, but there was never a like political thing with anyone else. Like the Foreign Affairs Ministry of Tulsa was like, I'm gonna take it all upon ourselves to just keep everyone away from us. And that guy stayed in office for like 45 years, successfully.
So, wouldn't it behoove us, if we're trying to be stealthy, to maybe commandeer some uniforms?
I feel like I'm gonna stand out no matter what.
Well, you're a horse, of course, but even with the uniform on,
We should have taken those off by the time we engage in our mission. We don't need the uniforms on while we're in Tulsa.
no. Organization to blend with this area.
Wouldn't it be curious why the World Food Bank are trailing through
Walk-
the woods?
In the middle of the night.
Or walking around
With a hole.
the bad part areas, trying to see, or we're looking to see what the next area for the tomorrow will be for giving out food.
Their clothing is rather
That's the story.
easy to identify. They're wearing white and orange, which to many humanoid eyes are colors that are easily discernible. That being said, Cancelar is currently bathed in red dust that has just been blowing in and not been cleaned up since the populace is no longer here to clean their city. So,
I do think we need to be careful about causing trouble, because I believe we're trying to make alliance with the place. So if we come here and start kicking stuff around and stealing or causing trouble, they're not going to want to deal with Toast. So we need to try to keep the illegal activities to a minimum. Possibly
It's
none.
only trouble if we get caught.
I have a really bad idea. We can pretend we're missionaries. Trying to
Spread
I
the word
see
of
your
Xenos.
face lighting up over there.
Oh, I can do this.
Igor spent his life practicing for this moment to pretend to be a
Yes.
I could pretend to be Z. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make my eyes like a pitch black.
I think that's
Okay.
heresy. That's from
Why is Xenos eyes pitch black? What the hell? He's a good guy.
So, while you guys are, like, having a conversation at the very bottom of the airship station, some of the World Food Bank people are, like, eyeballing you, strangers from out of town, wearing no easily discernible clothing. And one of them is gonna casually walk up to you, just sort of waving, "Hey guys, how's it going?" But he's, like, 150 feet away right now.
Should we roll for initiative?
Have you heard of Xenos?
I don't know.
Let's go with the Xenos
What?
approach. Yeah,
Alright, going with it.
let's go with it.
Hang on, I need a
Come on,
jog
our
up!
Lord and Savior.
You guys are like, okay, we're gonna go with it. And then this guy comes up to you, he's like, hey, nice to meet you, my name's Brun.
Hello, we are the followers of Xenos.
Oh yeah?
We have come to spread his word.
We spread his light.
I got Xenos was a
to
lady.
make my hand light up and be like, Xenos light is everywhere.
Yeah.
Including in my eyes. I'll make them white this time.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
a group
flyer.
deception check, except from the quiet guys who are just watching these four fucks
I was-
begin to
I
shout
was
at the
waiting
man.
for it to
Does
get
Igor have
quiet.
to,
Gorgor's dead inside.
wait,
Chad?
does Igor need to do deception? Because
Yeah, Igor needs to do deception.
Chad would love to jump on board and yes and this Xenoth trip and say Xenoth can
Ooh.
make you do amazing things and he's gonna land this kickflip this time.
Ooh, a nice 6. Mm.
Gotta do acrobatics or performance?
Deception.
There.
Deception. So like,
Dec-
Igor do deception because he actually believes in Xenos.
Persuasion for
you
him?
can do persuasion. Everyone else. Oh my
Oh,
god.
but I kicked with.
Fucking
No, that was a kickflip.
Brad. Rolling 2 20s in a row. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Ram is crushing it.
It's like I'll be taking the lead on this conversation.
I did just do a pretty sweet kickflip, John.
You do a kickflip. Alright, so 4 people start shouting about Xenoth. Gorgor's just in the back grimacing, and he seems the most like... he seems to know what's actually going on here. And then the skateboarder comes in and just kickflips. Does a sick trick on the final step of the staircase. Just... Brian's gonna turn around after a brief moment and just be like, well, you guys have fun. Fuck off. He's gonna walk away.
You can build shrines in your city.
Can I run after him?
Yeah,
And say, we do have some
easily.
additional reading material we can leave with you.
I grab his back and say, remember when we were trying to not be loud? And I'm
Tell him about we're trying and warranty on his car.
So do we
I
know
wish I
whereabouts
could hear
in the
all
city?
these jokes. It just keeps cutting.
Do we have a rough idea of where this big hole is?
The center of
comparison.
town.
You ever heard of an NFT kid?
Yeah, it's up towards the north.
Okay,
Northport.
so I'll
The
use
north
the-
part of town was where all the gas pockets usually were, along with the refineries. You also have... Yeah, fuck off. You also have the pictures, of course, hidden probably. You're not just carrying those around everywhere. So it'll be pretty easy to find the landmarkings. It's just going to be, you know, time consuming.
I do have a compass, so I can find the way north easy. It's just
Wow.
getting to the-
Congratulations. It's so hard finding north, guys.
It's so
I have a compass. Don't worry about it.
Oh my
We'll
god.
have the classic Boy Scout.
Both of you have compasses. Twice the north.
John,
We're sure it's
how?
John.
Yes, everyone, lag at me.
I've got it. I have something semi-relevant. I'm gonna post it in chat in case you can't hear me.
You
Does
notice...
this come into play?
Yes, it does. Well
And I will
then.
use my street urchin abilities and say, let me take a look at these land and try and figure out if I can find any sort of pattern or quick way, because we can move twice as fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to scour the land twice as fast.
Well, that is
That's good.
super handy because you guys were going to run into non-stop blown up buildings, which would have destroyed most streets, but you, with your fancy city secrets, can quickly see architecture, can quickly see city planning, apparently, and meander your way through many of the trials that would normally face an unprepared party going through a destroyed urban center. So instead of rolling, you know, my random encounter dies, I'm going to roll it twice and give myself disadvantage, as things are looking to kill you. Wow, that was a 52 and a 53. All right. Where's my fucking notes? There we
We're
go.
gonna die, guys.
Bad says, don't worry. I know the way.
Can
I also
you,
do have-
Chad, roll me a D100?
Your chance to kill us all now.
Nice.
Did I do good, Dad?
Be better if it was 69.
No. So while you guys are out and about, you cross a corner trying to continue your way heading north, heading towards the eastern side of town just by due to the fact that this city is a labyrinth of rubble. Dodging craters, jumping over roads, you will somewhat find yourself at odds when you round a corner and see a few people, roughly 12 to 20, individuals holding firearms, looking at a map. And well, some of them are looking at a map. Others have formed a perimeter along the streets. And Nick, you are the one leading, or Chad, I should say. You are the one leading. Why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth check as you immediately try to hide. Unless, of course, you don't try to hide from the people with guns.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh boy.
I get +6 to that, everybody.
Jeez. Well, a 4 is a 4 is a 4. You step out onto the road. They see you. You see them. And then you, like, take a step back around the corner and look to your party who stopped to watch you do this motion.
Well, what's wrong?
Are we gonna kill somebody?
Probably peaches. There's a dozen
Peaches.
of them.
Oh, no. We just teach them about Xenon.
Guns.
That was the plan.
Lots of guns.
Hmm.
I know what guns are, I assume. I live in
Yeah.
Twist, right?
Yeah.
Lots of guns.
But we're not immediately hostile, and we're not the enemy faction.
Yeah, we just preach about
We're
Xenon. We
preaching
good.
Xenoth. We annoy them a little bit, so they tell us to go away.
You guys converse
were-
amongst yourself
probably-
and can hear the
And,
footfalls
Lead on.
of people.
Lead on. You know.
What was that, John?
I'm sorry if my internet cut out.
Sure.
As you guys converse and get your story straight, you will hear the footfalls of people coming towards you.
Igor will
Many.
walk out to meet them.
Igor walks out to meet them.
I'll go with him so he's not on his own, because
Yeah,
that can't go well.
these
already up
guys
there.
have, weapons ready, but not aiming at you. One of them holds out a hand and, motions for you guys to not move forward. And you guys are about 60 feet away from each other now. And this person, a feminine voice, shouts out, "What ho? Who goes there?"
Hello, we preaching Xenon. You know Xenon?
What?
We're the
What he means to say is, we are the followers of Xenoth. Have you heard about his wonderful name and power?
He is all good, all powerful.
Is this a
I
joke?
thought Xenoth was a girl. What's going on, guys?
Oh, she.
we are the first of our kind to explore the world of. We've found Xenoth, and we are spreading the word. And this
People,
place is apparently got lots of people that
Liar.
could be.
We were all
Uh,
touched by her magic at some point, so we formed a coalition of sorts to spread the word.
you guys
Would
are
you
a
like to
little
hear the
late.
teachings?
No. You all
Well,
ha-
Xenoth comes to those desperate times, so we're here in one of the most desperate places to find people.
Xenoth is always here at all times.
She will
Do you
confer
want
with her
fire?
colleagues on whether or not she should open fire. You madmen. Igor, you're saying all this stuff, but you're wearing splint mail, you have a maul on your back, a shit ton of rope.
We should
all
put
of
on
you,
robes.
I do.
all
wait,
of you are like
fuck.
heavily armed and armored,
I do
except
have
for
an X on my test for Xenoth. I do have an X
Except
on my test.
for Chad,
Chad,
Who is
who
wearing-
has a skateboard.
who is wearing commoner's clothes. I boldly take a step forward, talk to the female, and we all wish you no harm. We are sorry for intruding upon whatever it is y'all are here for. We wish more than for you to become followers, and if that is not what you would like, then we will kindly leave and not bother you any further.
Do so! This area is restricted. Do not come forward.
Oh.
Good to hear.
Do you want flyer first at least?
No.
We could also paint your clothes for you. We have,
If you move
nothing
any
more.
closer, we will open fire.
I hurriedly usher my friends away, say, "Praise Xenoth, thank you," as
Praise
we
Xenoth.
leave.
Yeah, put up an X with our fingers as our sign.
All right.
So what I'm hearing is it's time to kill.
So
No,
I think
we're
we want
we're
to
early.
stealth past them,
Uh,
and then we try and get past. And 20 people is going to go down well.
They have a lot of guns.
I'm losing my mind.
I mean, we're in a city. There should be another way.
And guns are also.
Yeah.
So,
They're not
yeah,
John,
sure,
would we
okay,
have
okay.
John, would we have been able to see like the central point of what they were like protecting? Or like
You
the
guys
ch-
were like
figure it out?
following a road, like a main thoroughfare, and you were just taking like the shortest route possible with the least amount of rubble
Did
to
I-
speed up your journey.
Did I happen to see their map, or was I way too far away?
No, they were like 100+ feet away. And then when they started yelling at you, you were like 60 feet away.
Do you think we could take a less direct path that would get us there without prying guys seeing us, now that we know that there are people doing the same thing as us that we need to avoid? Let me change our route.
How far would Chad say we are from where we need to be at this current point?
Several miles. Cancelar was one of the biggest cities, biggest city-states within this place. Terminals usually are on the southern-facing side, either southwest or southeast of most city-states, just due to the fucking winds. Well, we'll get into aerodynamics later, I suppose, and why this is a thing.
So we're going to south by southwest.
You guys need to head full north or northeast. So there's going to be a shit ton of alleys you can easily duck through. The problem is half the alleys are filled with rubble. So this is just like going to take a little bit longer. The main thoroughfares,
Good thing
which
we
have...
move twice as fast.
Yep. And I will roll another encounter check. As you guys avoid the Ugarestian patrol. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was a 2. And if I disadvantage that... Okay, cool. Can someone else... we'll do Gorgor. Can you roll me a 1d100, please? Oh, shit. Okay.
Ooh,
Um,
we're dead.
Good or bad?
Hey, you listen. I've been getting
Damn.
nat 20s. Do we really want nat 100?
You have rolled
Yes, we
my
do.
nothing, my double nothing. Unfortunate. Which,
That's
well,
fine.
unfortunate for me, very good for you guys, as after around 4 hours of walking, traversing, climbing over a blown out building at one point, which just has a neat little ramp that slopes down, made out of rubble, getting a bit of a aerial view, being 20 feet high in the sky, you will see the beginnings of the craters, where the natural gas pockets of Cancelar were ignited, the refineries set aflame, and then gas would burn for years.
Okay,
just
so I guess
a-
this is where we head down.
Indeed. You can head to the craters. It's still roughly 4 p.m., so the sun has not set yet. Are you wishing to do this in daylight? I see a nod from Gorgor.
We got-
So we'll be safer going down in the daylight because we can see, but people will see us more likely. So it's do we want to risk ourselves?
Well, they'll only see a little bit after a while once we start going down and with the elevation changes and stuff like that. But like you said, we need to have the best visibility at this time.
Is
Is
there?
it worth one person
Do we
trying
see
to get
anyone
that
else around us?
to-
Make
yeah.
a perception check, Zoria.
Awesome.
You, on this building, look out. In the far distance, you can see Maelstrom banners hung up in a bombed-out building. They seeming to have claimed that section. That is roughly maybe a mile east from where you guys currently are. So if foot patrols are scattered around, they will indeed be to the east and, well, you know, just over
So
in
we
that
should go.
general area. To the west, you see a clearing, cleared out buildings that just, you know, are missing from the high rises that dominate the skyline of Cancelar. You are fairly certain this is the Ugarestian camp, which has brought in bulldozers and machines to, excuse me, not bulldozers, stone mover. Well, I guess they are just called bulldozers if they are owned by Ugarest at that point.
Yeah, they have the copyright.
Yeah, they have the copyright.
Bastards.
Those assholes.
Making money off of this.
Indeed, they are building like an actual fortification and clearing rubble and streets. To the north, of course, you, between these two influencing forces, have a straight shot towards these craters. You still haven't found the one you need to descend into, so, you know, going with light is probably a good idea, but...
How many craters are there that we have to pick between?
13 big ones and over 24 small ones. So the
But we have
13 big
pictures.
ones is where you
Yeah,
want to
so
go.
we get these pictures out from this rooftop.
Yep.
Is there nothing we can suss out using those from here, or?
Most of them were of the crater itself, so once you are at the crater, you will immediately be able to identify it. It's just a matter of time.
Okay.
Well,
Find a way to maneuver around the craters without being seen until we find
I
the right
think
one.
we could always try to find the crater today, early in now, like find it today, find a place to rest, and then go in tomorrow bright and early before everyone else gets here.
I'd say we push in to now and get down there.
Yeah, I think if we can call dibs on the place and
Well,
have the location, we're in a bad spot. If we're going in when they've already claimed it, we're gonna have issues.
Either way,
If they
step
haven't
one.
already.
Step
Yeah.
one is finding the damn thing. So, let's go.
If we don't find it in time, that might be our only option.
Guys, we're at 6,000. Oh my god. It's finally
Viewers.
went up. It's been 2 hours. It's finally went up.
Oh wow,
Guys,
so good.
Use your
Oh.
touch to subscribe.
Again, we're sponsored by NordVPN.
Fuck NordVPN and fuck Spectrum. Oh, I'm gonna cry. It's beautiful.
All right.
All right,
So I
you
guess
guys
we're
move
heading
forward.
We're moving.
All right, we're pushing into the evening, and then we're gonna look for some craters. Whoa.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Luckily-
be suspicious.
Our boy Chad is still leading us. As I check my encounter table, whoa, you can hear me shuffle the paper I wrote it down on. Ooh. Can someone please roll me a 1d100?
My turn. Give me.
Watch it be at 100.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at this.
Triple nothing encounter.
Yeah.
Dead.
So, talk to me about, you guys are now nearing the craters. You are fairly certain in this contested area, there are bound to be scouts or spies, maybe even a sniper. So, how are you moving? It's still daylight. Are we sticking to shadows? Are we stealthing by?
Don't
think-
be suspicious. Don't
If
be...
wanna be-
Chad's leading, I'm gonna be taking every alleyway and not visible area possible because we can already move twice as fast, and
True.
we're trying to not be found.
Indeed. So why doesn't everyone give me a stealth check at advantage? Because city secrets, excuse me.
So mine will be regular and not at advantage.
Yeah,
I have
mine is also regular.
Alright.
Mine's regular because of disadvantage from
Understood.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Momo.
Yes,
Mine is-
natural 20.
Still at a +6.
Wow.
Natural 20 and a nat 1 in the same roll. Thank God for advantage.
Okay.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
You guys make it to Craterland. Here, metal buildings are shredded, exploded. Shrapnel is scattered throughout the little bits of road that have survived. There are just gaps now within the city. You can look over at the very bottom of many of these craters. There is still gas burning. Little infernos still alight from all the buildup over the many thousands of years these pockets have condensed this air into. But you're not looking for ones that have fire in it. You're looking for ones that don't. And after around sundown, when the orange sky is beginning to go into that purple hue, you will find your crater. There is a rather small building near to it that has survived the initial explosion, but it is charred black. Once beige or brickstone, just regular concrete, so whites and sandstone looking like. Building material is now just obsidian, just painted. Horrifyingly enough, there are human shapes within the soot of this building as well, as though some body had once been here, and a gruesome memorial to their visage has now been left standing.
It's almost like a giant gravestone.
Kind of, yeah.
Is there anything around the area that we can see where it looks like other groups have tried to work their way down already?
Give a perception check at disadvantage, young fishman living in the desert.
What am I doing? Perception?
Yeah, you're looking around.
Or investigation?
You would have to be like on that crater's edge, sniffing it, looking
Can
around.
I assist in this role as well?
How can you assist him in seeing better?
No, I just look with them.
Oh yeah, totally.
I feel like everyone should be looking to see if there's.
Yeah, but I don't want a million rolls for perception. Oh my god.
There it is.
No signs are able to be seen of any potential rivals to this claim. But several hundred feet below, in the faintest light that remains, at the bottom of the crater, on the eastern side, there is a small outcropping, currently concealed mostly by shadows. And once night falls, it will become damn near invisible.
I suggest we start sliding down the slope now.
Hang on a sec. I want to look. There's got to be a bunch of like buildings and stuff that overlook this area, right?
Yeah, totally.
I look up to try and see if anyone or anything is watching us currently from where we currently are.
Yep, let's see your perception. Looking for spies, looking for snipers, the glint of glass in a window.
Hey,
Let's go.
You
There it
see
is.
nothing. Nothing more
Confident?
than your party.
confident in this, I say, okay, let's go.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
All right.
suspicious.
How steep is the slope from where we
Let's
are?
go.
At the very start of this slope, it is rather gentle. It curves downward, which most of you can easily go down. Rocks will move, and that weird stench will begin to fill your nostrils. It had been hinted at on your walks, but you have been moving through alleyways, getting out of the wind, away from the craters where one side could easily see you. But now you can smell this strange scent just on the air. A taintedness to clean oxygen. You're unsure what this natural gas is exactly, but it has a reek to it, which you are now breathing in partially. The fumes mostly just being the very, very last bit that have been incinerated and sent into the sky. But it's present. And down you go. the first 100 feet's an easy challenge to navigate through, but then we come to our first drop. A easy 70, maybe even 80 foot just crack within the earth. Below, some of you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
I hope.
Miros?
I have 60-foot dark vision, yeah.
Is Miros the only one with dark vision in this party, guys?
You might now.
Yeah.
So Miros, in the faintest light that remains, you can see a bit better than everybody else. And you can easily make out, as if this dim light were bright light, one might say, that below is a ring, like a rim, around the entire crater. As though this had once been a lodging of something that has now fallen apart or had been burned away.
Okay.
So it's time to crack open the spider spells. Thank you, Heroes.
Or we could wait and try other ways first.
Or do the rope. It's not that far down.
I also
Yeah.
do have mold earth.
And old earth.
Mm-hmm. Could you mold earth like the staircase going down the side of this?
Yeah.
Can I attempt that?
You cast Mold Earth. Let's see it.
Let me pull it up. Where is it?
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Well, it
don't.
does say loose stone.
You create one of the following magical effects. You cause flames.
That's the wrong.
That's thaumaturgy, my man.
Oh, thaumaturgy.
You yell 300 feet.
Stone. Or stone that you can see within range.
Oh, yeah.
And it's within
A
5
5-foot cube. So we
You
can make
can-
a small staircase.
You can make yeah, you can make a
Make it bit by bit.
For
How far
this
down did you
part,
say it was, John? To the
you
bottom?
it is 80 to 90 feet. We can split the difference. This will take only a few minutes at most. Because you're not just going to instantly, calculate the 5 feet. You take a moment every time you're doing this to make sure you're maximizing your spells. 3D imaging software, I suppose, as though you're gridding in Minecraft.
It's just like Minecraft. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can spend, we'll call it 5 minutes at most, and
Yeah.
you can get to that bottom rim thanks to Zoria.
I'll go in the middle of the group if I can, and then as we get further down, I'll start causing the ones we made earlier up to disappear.
Okay.
That way we can make sure. no
Getting
one
rid of
follows
your
them.
easy escape route. Understood.
Yeah, that was our easy escape route. But I see there being subtle. There's the two sides of it: is being seen, or do we have an escape route?
well, I mean, also he knows the dimensions already, so it's not like he couldn't build it.
Yeah, save it to memory.
Would I have been able to close the crevice at the top too?
Honestly, if a 5-foot dirt would have or stone would just fall off in random directions, so half of it would go the other way. I mean, you can take another 5-foot square and shift it upwards, but now it's just loose stone covering your path
see.
downward. If anything, you're just waiting, just about to cause an avalanche on the back half of your party.
I'll just do what we were doing, and then just making it disappear as we go up.
All right, you will double your time of mold earthing, but 10 minutes is no big deal. And you will be at the bottom of this rim. You are now roughly 200 feet down out of 1,500 feet, guys. We're going to be here for a little while, aren't we?
Well, as long as we get down through at night, we'll be fine.
As long as we don't die.
So, in terms of positioning, you are on the southern side of this crater. You know the ruin to be on the eastern side, and you are now on a rim of some make, somehow, that circles the entire crater, following its circumference. Do you wish to move steadily downwards from this position, or do you want to relocate?
Couldn't we angle it in the direction of the entrance, and just keep using mold earth to go down?
In theory.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Taking it slow, feeling the weight of that rope.
Can you make
being
a guardrail so Chad can grind the way down?
No,
no.
because if he slips, he dies.
It'd just be sick.
Sick.
You-
Be able to see how far down from here? Like,
It is
How much
dim
deeper down
light
can we
for
see?
you guys. So Miros can see basically everything right now for around the next 30 minutes, and then everything will be dim for him. You guys, it is dim light, so rules is written, every perception check's at disadvantage. But I don't know how to interpret that when there are literally over 1,000 feet to see. So I may just limit you guys in terms of sight radius. For like,
I turn on my lantern?
Oh, no, we're not putting light sources
No light
on.
for now.
I mean, if we need to, we could do something like we'd have to sort of filter the light just so like Zoria can see where she's doing mold earth or something, but we'd have to filter it downwards, not just turning lanterns on because we're trying to be stealthy.
at least until we get much farther down. I don't feel comfortable with the lantern.
Yeah, I think a light source that's, well, yeah, if it's filtered down towards the earth and we sort of cover it with our hands, maybe you could get away with it, but I'd still be very hesitant.
Or if we really just don't care, I can cast a light on one of you and make you literally a beacon.
No.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
We could put like, do we have any cloth that we could put over the lantern to dim it? It would still like have some light coming out of it, but it wouldn't be very bright.
Did anyone bring a hooded lantern, or is it just a lantern?
It's just a lantern.
Oh boy.
Well, we can
Okay.
keep going and pushing down. But once we get down, we don't need that much light, visible light, for him to consistently build stairs,
Mhm.
solid stairs. Once we
Yeah.
get down to solid ground, that's when we can worry about light.
alright. So for the next 40 minutes before the sun truly leaves this plane, or at least your view of it, you can descend at a rate of 100 feet per 10 minutes since
It's 400
Zoria
feet.
is covering your way out basically. And then it becomes too dark. And now it's nighttime, and Zoria's Mold Earth no longer can be cast because she can no longer see.
What about if I cast light on like a coin and cut my hands over it so that it's just sort of going downwards?
It is
as like a
magical
spotlight?
light. It will, if it is not 100% concealed, the radius will go no matter what. It will go around your hand rather than follow the rules of lighting by
Well,
a
you
light
can-
source.
Lanterns, so you can dim the light by how much oxygen goes into it.
Again, I can put my shirt over the lantern, so it's not as bright.
Yeah, that sounds like a good option.
Yeah, I think at the moment it's risk being seen, but you can progress. So I think it's a worthy risk.
Be seen, fall to our death.
I'm gonna give him the shirt so the lantern's
You
not as bright as
are
it could be.
roughly 600 feet, thank you, down below this 14 to 1500 foot crater. You are now having to make a call between safety and speed. And I must ask the party members, I think one at a time real quick as we do a very quick character catch up. What are your major concerns right now? And we're going to start with Momo. Momo, you're along for the ride. You don't have magic, you don't have mold earth, and you're probably carrying like a coil rope with you. What is your big concern here?
I want the horse to be able to see, but I don't want to be seen. So I'm suggesting that we put cloth over Igor's lantern to dim it, but have just some light for them to see.
All right.
So I don't want to take this fall.
Miros, what is your biggest concern right now?
Being seen and that causing a conflict and the political ramifications of our actions. So I'm
All
worried
right.
about starting something bigger than what we're currently aware of doing by trying to be hasty, but I feel like we need to. So it's an inner struggle.
Igor, what is your biggest concern?
He doesn't like the dark. He wants to see. So he's confused why everyone's telling him, don't put your lantern on. Because
Igor's he's afraid of a fucking dark. Zoria, you are the one with Mold Earth. No one else can assist you in this, which is a heavy responsibility. And you know, if the light comes on, in the darkness, it will be a beacon for anyone potentially watching this crater.
As much as Mold Earth is our best option, she would always offer safety. Like the potential flashback, as well as she was the one that was saying we shouldn't have gone in this late anyways. She would much prefer for to wait until there's a better option to move forward.
Gorgor, you've been asking to light people up this entire time. You want to go fast, don't you?
Well, Gorgor's biggest concern right now is if he turned the stove off before he left. But you know, honestly, I'd rather we're already pretty far down to where it was pretty noticeable enough to where if someone had already made like a makeshift kind of thing around us, we would have seen it prior to. So us being this far down, I feel like one, we're not wearing anything distinguishable, so I don't have to worry about being identified as with any markings. Secondly, they're not going to be able to get us with anything, even from a range aspect, as we continuously go down. And by the time they get down to where we're already pretty far well in, and we can set up our trap, or we can set up a good defensive embankment and maneuver.
Gorgor, the
If I can
tactician.
interrupt you real fast.
No,
I
this
just
is
remembered-
internal monologue. Yeah, what's up? What do you want?
I do have the emergency tarp, so we could rig it to like shield all like the immediate view from above us, right?
I've also got minor illusion, so I can make a 5-foot black cube around us. I don't know if light travels through it. We could quickly test.
Chad,
If we're gonna.
skater man, you're looking at this crater. You can fucking skate down it. Let's be real. This would be hype, man.
Would, but I don't think the horse is proficient in skateboarding, not nearly as much as I am. Chad's not too worried about being outside in a weird city at night. That doesn't bother him. The dozen or so guys with guns, that bothers him, because that's quite a bit of outnumbering to us, and not having seen this entire party in combat yet, he doesn't like the odds. To this point, I think we're far enough down that unless someone else has immediately been following us, molding the exact same staircase, that I think we can turn the lights on, because it's going to take someone else significantly longer to get to where we are.
Fair.
And Chad's just happy to be out on the ride. He's excited to be in a new city, even if it is a disgusting fart hole.
Yeah. Well, it
I
seems
have a
like
question.
for who?
You,
Oh, what's up?
considering our depth right now,
Mm-hmm.
if I were to look at our horizon, would our view be mostly just buildings and like ruin? Like,
For
nothing to
Momo,
see?
it's complete and utter darkness, and then
Oh,
some
it's just that
stars in the
dark.
far sky.
All right, can I? Oh, Miros might have a better view. Miros, do you see like if we're like below like building height? Like if we look straight towards the inside of the crater, are we at the height where buildings would be, the tops of buildings would be blocking our view of the horizon?
No. Miros, you
Well,
can see the sky pretty clearly. You don't see any
couldn't they
buildings.
Couldn't they use dancing lights and treat it as a candlelight?
Do you have dancing lights?
Yeah, I get one barred cantrip.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you got a different spell.
Dancing lights is pretty dim as far
Yep.
as.
Yeah. Yeah, dancing
We
lights
didn't-
would basically solve all of your problems right now, guys. Real talk.
Do we have dancing lights?
Yes. I well, no one asked me.
Well,
We thought you would have brought it up.
You said you were gonna light someone up. Like we
Well, you
thought you
didn't-
had light cantrip like I have. Like
Well, I
full
have
on
light. Well, I have light cantrip, and then I also have dancing lights.
Oh, you
Let's
have
let's go with
light.
dancing lights, Fishman.
yeah.
And you said you
Or-
left the party, so you need all the lightings and
We
different
like
light effects.
party.
All right, perfect. You
Yeah,
guys,
I-
with the power of abjuration cantrip, spell save DC 14, can make your way downward in dim light. If someone is watching you, they would have a extremely hard time seeing you.
Would I also be able to make minor illusion to give us like a roof on the where we are to make it even more difficult for them to see us?
Minor illusion is static.
I was imagining making a roof where we're gonna build and
So
then have the lights underneath.
it would literally just be above one of you. Because it's a 5-foot cubic image.
I get 4.
Right.
We're 600 feet down. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
dancing lights is 10-foot bright and 10-foot dim. Quote.
10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get 4.
Yep.
We could put them in front of us and keep them low, and they wouldn't really cast a whole hell of a lot of light.
True. Easy peasy. Zaria, you may continue to mold Earth.
We molded nerve.
Holy crap, I'm useful.
Holy fuck, Gorgor coming in clutch with dancing lights. The worst light spell in the game, huh? Most people hate it because it's concentration, but man, it's pretty good right now, huh, fellas? Let's respect Mold Earth. Another 40 minutes will pass. You have reached the 1,000 foot mark, roughly.
Is that 1,000 feet to go, or we've gone down 1,000 feet?
You have gone down a total of 1,000 feet.
We got 400 more to go.
And then Zaria casts Mold Earth. And it doesn't work.
Aww.
You cast it again to make certain. You cast it at a different spot to make triple certain. Zaria, something fucky's wrong with this Earth.
Your light in there and see if your light works still. I say to Gorgor.
Yeah, the light still works. It reveals
Alright,
this tart black stone that, for whatever reason, isn't stone? Question mark?
How much rep do we have total?
I don't know.
Got 50.
I know.
I have 300 feet.
Oh, okay.
So we have enough, because so here's a suggestion. We go down the rest of the way, we rappel down. We use mold earth to pull out above where we are right now a little bit. We dug in the rope into that stone, and then he sucks it back into the earth, giving it more of a stable hold.
So,
Who else has pittance?
We don't need buttons because of that, right?
no, you definitely would. It's just loose earth holding in rope. As soon as someone goes into it, the rope would just pull out
Oh,
due to weight.
It's just to hold it stable until we,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
pit
know.
in it, secure it, and then bury the rope. So the pittons can't come loose as easily.
we could deal with mold earth right there. Hit it into the earth and have it get sucked in.
Yeah.
Is there a rule that you need a pin for a certain amount of feet of rope you use?
No.
Or no? All right.
But the more pittons you have, the more secure your rope is.
All right.
Could I sit on the black rope, on the black stone? Can I cast thaumaturgy to like make it rumble? Does that affect it?
Can you click me thaumaturgy so I may read it?
Yeah.
I miss Branford for the political party, Alden says. I bet you fucking do. You manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects. Your voice booms. Okay, we're not doing that. You cause flames to flicker, brighten, and change. Nope. You calm Kara's harmless tremors in the ground. The ground tremors.
Not stone itself.
Yeah, the stone
Yeah,
tremors.
is the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. It shakes a little bit. Everyone's like, oh shit, is the crater about to ignite? And then you tell everyone that you're just doing thaumaturgy and it's fine.
All right. I think we should collect that rope and I'll put like 3 pittons. And we can like mold earth, secure it.
Well, we're only gonna be able to do that once with the first one.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I also do have Earth Tremor.
You
Which
want to
could kill
cast
us.
spell slots and kill your party?
That's how you get a landslide.
Just theoretically saying if we need it.
Miros?
Well, you know, technically, if we wanted to, at this point, we could use the free fall and jump down. And we would survive. 600 feet for a minute. It's 400 feet.
You could do that on 5 out of the 6 of us. One of us would
What we
have
do is
to...
just on 5 of us, and then he waits and jumps down after and does it again.
I'd looked at the map and we wouldn't be able to, because within 6 seconds you travel 600 feet.
Yeah.
So you would have splatted before.
And I'm the only one that can cast Featherfall.
You cast it
Yeah.
on all of us.
Hey, Miros, you don't need it to be fast, you right? You have wings.
Yeah, but I don't want to use them on this, if I'm honest. I'd rather have that as a backup if things go south.
I'm saying he casts it on all of us. We jump down. He waits at the top. Once we get to the bottom, he casts it again on himself, and then he jumps.
Yeah, that's what I was then. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, then we take out two Featherfalls.
You just gonna fall down?
Well,
I don't trust ourselves actually straight falling down, to be honest. There might be something waiting for us at the bottom.
I think we should just rope up and then save that for later.
You said you could cast light on stuff, yeah? Why don't we chuck a couple of light coins down and see, leave us something to look for when we land?
Yeah.
Or at the very least, a torch when we are down there.
Yeah, I'll pick up a tiny piece of stone. I'm assuming that there is, and I'm going to cast light on it.
You cast
And
light
toss it
on
into the
a
hole.
stone that had fallen, and you toss it into the hole. It falls. You can see it brightly in the dimness of your dancing lights, Gorgor. It's beautiful. It is at the very bottom of the crater, not revealing the hidden door. Well, not the hidden door, but, you know, the door that is too far away for you to see. The entrance to this ruin. But you can see the light. You can see the bottom. There is a very steep slope that heads down, and then it, like, rounds out a little bit more at the very bottom.
I'll talk about this surface. Like, could I literally just hop on my rolly log and not even need the 5th Featherfall?
You probably don't want to do that purely because of momentum. In theory, you could walk on this, like, steep or, you know, flat surface, though. This strange hardened stone. Or you could do a safe thing and, you know, use a rope.
Let's use the rope.
Yeah, let's just use rope. It's easy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm removing a pin from my thing. I'm putting it down.
Was that a banshee in the background? Homo, is your house haunted?
Yes, by teenagers.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Well,
I'm guessing we should stagger the
Don't-
descent so we don't all go
Don't
at
look
once.
behind you.
oh no, he wants to look behind him now. Momo, you hammer in a piton. You secure how much rope? Do you guys have enough to tie off and just head down the last
Yeah.
400 feet?
Yep.
All right.
And we have 400 feet of rope. Yeah.
We have over 400 feet of rope if I
So
recall.
we're only going to use 400 feet of rope. Is what is happening.
So how much rope am I using?
300.
I have 300 on me.
Yeah, I'm going to give 50 from mine.
I've
Well,
got 50.
Remember, you don't have to worry about that.
Alright.
We can tug it
You're
down.
coiling
We're
rope
gonna
together. Just.
It's down.
So much rope.
Do I remove the rope from my inventory, or should I just unequip it from the?
You should
I-
remove it from your inventory unless you have
Alright.
a way of
Um,
bringing it down with you after the fact.
That
What
was
is that?
also gone.
I would
No,
catch
I'm saying-
my hand on the rope, telling it to come back down.
Couldn't you just tug on it?
Yeah, we can do that after we leave, or never if we have to run another way out.
If you can unlodge the rope by tugging it on it at the bottom, do you really trust that rope to support your weight normally?
We're also packing it with a bunch of dirt to hold our weight, plus a horse's weight. So
All right.
Maybe going down separate, or not separately, but like two at a time, maybe, or something like that. So we're not all six of us on the rope.
Stressing the weight of one piton.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who goes down first?
Chad
Gorgor.
will lead.
Chad leads. Perhaps even the lightest amongst you goes down. Does anyone follow him as a
Gorgor.
battle buddy?
I'll go second. Just to
Gorgor's
see.
got the light, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I want Gorgor.
All right.
Wait, is my light still like lit at the bottom?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you
Yeah,
know,
so-
on the way there's still 400
Oh.
feet of darkness.
Got-
Igor will light his lantern now because we're using light.
I mean, I could touch the rope and use the light spell. We have a literal light all
that's
the
a
way
bit-
down.
That's a bit of a beacon. I think dancing lights and a lantern is okay this far down. Or at
Alright,
least
alright.
significantly smarter than lighting up a giant line.
Chad says this as he begins to rappel down, step by step. Gorgor,
Gorgor.
Chad,
Gorgor.
please make me athletics checks.
No.
Lord, I have such okay pluses to these too.
Oh boy, you guys are gonna die.
Oh,
Fuck
no.
that. I still have-
Unfortunately, this is a very easy slope. A 5 would save you. And it's only very easy because you had the rope. Secured, not all of you are stressing it out. A normal climb, you would have slipped and fallen, both of you.
That's-
But you make it to the bottom. It is an arduous process. None of you are proficient. Well, maybe Rumble Roar is proficient. Or Chad, I should say. Excuse me. But
Efficient what?
athletics. A pure
I am.
strength. Perfect. Gorgor, your
I'm actually
arms are
proficient in
very
athletics, too.
tired after this. And at one point, you're kind of afraid to redo your dancing light cantrip because I believe it requires a somatic component.
It's it's all three.
Oh, wow. Then yeah, you definitely cannot refresh that while you were climbing down. You need both hands on that rope at all time, mister. But, you make it to the bottom. Everyone, you can see them thanks to the light rock that is at the very base of this crater. Ta-da!
I hit the communicator and I say, we're good. And then I also think, while I'm down here, to switch over to Channel 7 and check in with unnamed pilot captain to make sure that they can still hear us from our current location.
It's Rena again.
Do you do
Rena,
so?
Thank you. Yeah, Channel 7. Hey, Rena, just checking comms. Over. I relay on our regular comm channel. Hey guys, the airship can't hear us. Or we can't communicate with the airship from here.
and I try communicating with the airship at the higher point.
You're too far below
Okay.
ground.
That's fair.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Miros, I think you should be last to step down since you can see pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Warn us if anything happens.
Igor will go down.
Good news
Igor
is I guess we'll have
and
enough
who?
horsepower for this.
Igor and who? Who is it? Who's going down?
I'll go down with Igor.
All right, Momo and Igor. Let's see those athletics checks.
All right.
Easy pass from Igor.
Oh,
Barely pass from Momo.
But it's a pass.
It's a pass.
how are you so good at rope climbing?
4 of you go down. Igor, a natural, balancing his lantern easily. Igor, you probably don't even need this rope, my man. You could probably just walk down this thing. You're like a natural rock climber over here. Apparently.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable
Wait,
with trees and rocks.
Igor, are you not proficient in athletics?
No.
Who needs to shove? Who needs to break grapples? Zoria,
Yeah.
Miros, it's your turn.
Let's hope for the best here.
All right.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh my god. Oh,
Shen,
Come on.
Zoria.
Holy shit.
Now, I didn't want to tell anyone this, but the creature repelling, who is a horse, does have an increased DC.
I know, that's what I thought. I know, I'm very disappointed in myself.
You, Zoria, maybe it's because, like, you have to have the rope much higher than your own center of mass to go down steadily, or maybe it's your cloven hooves, which are not horseshoed.
Who has the other 3 spider walking scrolls?
Miros, Zoria, I need to know who went down first.
I was genuinely going to say she should go first because she's heavier than me and I don't want her landing on my back.
I was
Well.
gonna go first.
Zoria, can you please roll me a 1d400?
Oh boy, can someone please cast Featherfall?
Am I able to?
Not yet. He's not anywhere in range.
Miros, if you see this, I
Oh.
would assume you would radio it in that horse is gonna land.
But that is.
Roll?
Let's see it. Let's see
Ordinance
it, Shen.
incoming.
It may be
Wait,
lagging.
roll or no?
I don't see it.
Oh,
Come on.
This
See the number.
this check
There it
is when your footing is lost, and you will begin to slide and potentially fall.
Oh.
Wow! Right
Jeez.
at the start of your journey, you get 25 feet into the rope, and then you slide.
yep.
I thought it meant he was only 20 feet above the ground for a second. I was like, oh, you can do it now.
Looks like we're going to be making some glue.
Zoria, you are not full falling. You are sliding down, having lost your footing. You hit your right flank hard. Your metal armor digs into your skin. You grasp for the rope. You lose the rope, and you begin to slide like a weird fidget spinner down the side of a crater, which is steep. And then, as I said earlier, it divots in and rounds out at the base. That steepness will go away. Is anyone doing anything as they watch their cleric in the dark just vanish from the rope?
So, we already established that Miros is the only one with dark vision. How many of us know that our horsey friend is falling?
You will hear a crack noise as
I was gonna
foots, like his cloven feet, leave rock, and then
Well,
a
we still-
scraping of metal. Just.
I do hope they're all standing at the bottom in a cluster, so it's like bowling.
Well, you also have to remember there's that pebble. There's still 20 feet of light around us, so we still can see 20 feet above us.
So we'll at least
Great.
have warning before the horse hits
You will hear the noise, and then you'll have at least 40 feet to react, which might not be enough. Zoria, you have one action to do. What are you trying to do as the rope is gone, you're in the dark, and you're sliding to the unknown?
Yay.
No clue. I'm going to pull out that spear and like try to stop my path as much as I can.
Make a raw dexterity check to try to get your spear out of wherever you were storing it and jam it into this sleek stone.
An 18.
A natural 18. You grab your spear and stab it into the stone. Make an attack roll.
Whoa.
Trying to chip out rock and give
Can
yourself...
I make this two-handed?
What? Yeah,
Can I
that's
do
fine.
this two-handed?
Probably not,
12.
but you
Alright,
try to
that's the same.
stab the rock. You gain no purchase,
Oh boy.
and you slide.
Gorgor.
What?
Bottom people,
I
bottom
think
team.
it's-
You're hearing a
I
scraping.
think it's safe to say to have a web spell ready.
I can catch web.
Yeah, I think. Is there like a way you can just cast it like over us?
As soon as he says that, Zaria comes across the divot and will
Uh-oh.
collapse on you all. Specifically Momo and Gorgor. Please make me either acrobatics checks or use a reaction. What are you doing?
Shield? No.
I'm gonna jump the horse.
I might jump the. Can't I? Fuck. Can't I?
Chad, does Chad need to be getting out of the way? I think Chad wants to get out of the way.
Yeah,
Can I
Chad,
web it?
you're probably
Can I-
spaced out a bit more while these two are like looking up like, we should prepare a web spell.
Yeah.
Am I able to like as a reaction cast web in front of me to stop him?
No, that is an action.
Well, shit. All right, acrobatics. You said right?
All right,
Just set up.
Acrobatics.
I need acrobatics from Momo, Gorgor. God, why are these repeating names? And Zoria, please. Maybe Zorzor next.
Come on.
Momo, you eat horse. Shit. You go over the divot.
Wait, what part of the horse am I eating? It could
Both
be,
of
this
you-
could be the opening to a romance path.
Both of you suffer 13 bludgeoning damage as Zaria is crash landed into Momo. Momo, you go prone, the weight of the horse and all their stuff falling. Miros, you silently look down upon a bowling thing. Just an image of a horse-shaped bowling ball hitting a human-sized pin. Gorgor having dodged out of the way.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Did you
be
use
suspicious.
feather for?
Did
Why
not
did
get
no
the-
one use feather?
did not get a chance.
You had a reaction.
That's not a reaction spell.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Feather is a reaction.
Asshole.
I said that.
Miros, you can carefully make your way down after you give me... Oh, yeah, 10. 10's good. You make your way down slow and steady, not burning your wings, and rejoin. Chad, what are your thoughts as you watch Momo and Zaria?
Man, I'm glad I was 5 feet to the other direction.
Good?
I got 13 damage of horse pussy in my face. Like,
No, don't be cringe, CK. You fucking cringe lord. How dare you? Right as my stream gets decent ping, oof, you become cringe.
That's what she said.
my God.
Everyone is
Right
at
when-
the very bottom of this crater now. You know where the ruin is. You have a source. You have 2 sources of light. 3, technically. You will be able to find this entrance. It is rectangular in nature. It shoots up maybe 5.5 to 6 feet. So the tall people are going to have to scrouch down a little. But this is very much Igor sized.
Nice.
Indeed.
I think it's safe to say that we should mold Earth since we're inside the place and close the entrance up.
Good plan.
Yeah.
You may test this, and now I pose you all a question. It's 9 p.m. My time. We've been going for, sadly, 3 hours, but it feels like it's only been 1 because my internet wanted to shit itself for the first 2 hours. We can. I normally shoot for 3.5 to 4, normally, but we are at a good stopping point. We can tackle the dungeon next week, or for the next 45 minutes, we can press on, get as far as we can, and then hard cut, potentially in something.
I say hard stop here, so that way we don't, or if we are mid battle, we can do a full battle next week and clear it next week instead of having to spend a whole week, forget what we were doing, and come back into it.
Yeah, I agree. Because I have to get going.
Let's go for
Because-
a break.
Because some
Saves
people
me
are
from
over the
drawing that.
pond.
Okay. Guys, thank you for putting up with me. I'm really sad that my internet was such a piece of shit. Good job tackling the terrain puzzle. And also the terrain test, because I wanted to see how you guys would react to difficult, just out of the way places. And now I know the first thing we always will go to is jumping straight in without securing any form of escape at all.
I still wish we'd done that.
I will remember that in the future. And to everyone else who's watching, who made it this far, thank you for your patience. Join our Discord if you'd like. It is down below in the Twitch stuff. Like, follow, blah, blah, blah. You know the deal by now, guys. Come on, let's be real. It's been... How long has YouTube been out? Any shout-outs that anybody wants?
Yeah, I got one.
What's up?
What's up, Alden?
Oh, well, Alden, you got winked at and smacked lips at. Good job.
Yeah.
Shout out to Xenoth.
Again.
Yeah, we got shot a lot for not for Xenoth.
True.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to Dancing Lights. That's right.
Actually,
It ran out. It ran out as you were going down when you needed it most. So,
Older, without
Shout
mold,
outs
we
to
have made it this far.
shout outs to Fall Damage, the most consistent killer in any game ever.
true.
Wait, Momo, how much health are you at?
I'm at 16.
Oh,
Oh,
that's way-
you're still combat effective,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Take at least another horse fall and a half.
right?
Yeah.
just so you know, Shan, if it had been like a decline, I was gonna jump after you and cast Spider Climb on you, but then it was just a sheer drop, so I was like, I ain't jumping after you for that. Like, that's Featherfall's problem, not mine.
Realized something I could have done was just made, instead of using my reaction to spear, I could have used mold earth and made difficult terrain, so I could.
You couldn't even do that because of the ground itself.
The ground wouldn't allow you.
Yeah, it's black rock. Okay, yeah.
You could have probably entangled
Well
yourself.
then, we will continue this conversation in the lounge since, we have spare time. People can drop in and out if they so choose. To everyone at home, thank you so much once again. Next Thursday, we will be hitting up the Discovery team. They have captured a rat and undoubtedly want to interrogate it, as well as recover 2 new party members of their own. Hopefully next week, next Monday, we will have little character portraits for both Gorgor and Chad. Such a Chad name, Chad being Chad.
So Chad.
So, Chad.
And then Saturday, of course, we have the continuation of the political team. Now that they finally have their footing in the sweet embrace of Rodrigo, the sexiest man alive. So, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful night. Take care. And if your internet falls apart, threaten your roommate with a gun. Have a wonderful night.